Hello and welcome to BISP Solution. Welcome to the Oracle Fusion Financial Accounts Receivable uh, Accounts Receivable Navigation and Concepts. So now in the today's session, we are going to do about the right of receipts right of configuration and process. I have explained this in the last session. We are going to do directly on how to process the navigation. I will give you an overview. So in the receipt right of configuration, why this concept right of receipts come up when the customer when we issue the transaction, that is when we create a invoice or a bill, and when we received from the customer an excess amount than the transaction amount. So when and in that case the customer did not want to take the refund, or it not wants to do the netting off, that is on receipt account. So in that case this concept of right of receipts is comes up. So what happens in right of receipts, there is a two way: one when we hand excess amount, and the other I will explain you while doing the transaction. So in the system we go and do certain transactions. So first we will go in a project, in a user that we have created, and then we will go to a project that we have created. So I have changed the name of the project, that is APL from SPL. So first we will go to a project that we are doing. So in a project we will go and search it down on the task list, that is system options, and we go and search it that manage receivable system options. So we go through this manage receivable system options, and under this we will configure the cash processing. So we go and search it down a business unit, that is APL business US business unit that we have created. So we go to the edit option, or you can just visit through clicking on this business unit. So here you will see the cash processing option. So in cash processing options we will go in here. You will see this option from right of limit per receipt and to right of limit per receipt. So suppose if I provide this from right of limit per receipt from 1 to $10, that means that any excess amount between the transaction and the receipt, between 1 and to 10, that will be write off, that will provided the of course the distribution side. So whatever is the amount, so suppose we will take this amount to $100 or any amount we will take, so it will become a range. Between the receipts, where we where the system will write off this particular excess amount. So this is the one case that I explain you in the case of the customer, when there will be an excess amount from the transaction amount. Suppose I have taken this minus 5,000 to suppose let's take 5,000 positive. So here this means when the amount, suppose sometimes we haven't received the full amount from the customer, and after some time it becomes bad debts. So but the amount is also still be there in the system about the unapplied amount. So in that case we have to write off that amount, because it becomes a bad debt and it will not be possible to recover from the customer. So in that case we will configure this limit to 5,000. Suppose if we have created a transaction of dollars 9,000, and we have received only 4,000 from the customer. 5,000 is still unapplied, that we will recover in coming days, but it will not going to recover. So we have to be we have to, the unrecovered amount we have to be considered as bad debts as per the of course an entity or the client rules and regulation, and what are its their terms and conditions. So in that case we will configure this or write off limit per receipt minus 5,000, so it will become the bad debts and the application will write off that amount. So that's why that we have to provide it. So right now we were not going to do -1, we will just assign from the range from $1 to $1,000, and we click save and close. And we click save and close. So this has to be assigned the first configuration in the receipt write-off configuration process. So the next is to approve the limits. So approve the limits, as we have we cannot give approvals to ourselves, so we have to log in with another user to give the approval. So we will log in with another users to give the approval to us. Sign out and we will re-log in it. So we will log into with another user. Here we don't need to go to the project, we will just go directly to the search options and we search down the option approval limits. We go to the receivable approval, manage approval limits. Under this we'll add down one. The username will be the APL. The document type will be the receipt write-off. The currency will choose the US dollar. Here the approval will be to this user. The configuration that we have done in the previous we know that is on the cash processing is to the customers. Here the minimum approval we will take from $1 to $50. So for this username we are assigning, but for the whole customer and a broader sense we have assigned that. So we click save and close and done, and now we will log in it again with a user, and we create the receivable activity. So we will create a receivable activity to the business unit. As we already know that for in the receivable configurations we have to do some receivable activities manually first, then it will the application will process according to that. So we will go to a project and search it down the receivables activities. And now we will go to the receivables activities. Receivable activities is the option. Manage receivable activities. We go to the, and here we will search a business unit. We can add it and then we will assign the business unit to the activity. Let's search it down a business activity. Search it. Here we will have to see whether the write-off activity has been created or not, then we can create it. The receivable activity is not been created here, so we will go and first create the receivable activities here. So from the add icon we create receivable activities. Business unit we will provide. The name we will give APL receipt write off. The description if you want to give, you can give it, and the adjustment will be the receipt write off. So activity is GL account, we have to provide the account. on account receipt confirmation, unapplied receipt, factored. Let's search it down some other. There is no right of receipt. So first we will nothing is will going to be happen. Let's just applied unapplied receipt or unidentified receipt. Unidentified receipt is a lot more than easy, so we'll just make it this. We are doing the configuration. We can add it down to a chart of accounts if when we want to create. So I click save and close. Now after that we will go and create a transaction of $9,995, and then we will receive for $10,000. Then we'll see how the receipt will be done. So save and close, and we will go to the billing workbench under the receivables. Under the billing workbench we'll go and we create a transaction. So the business unit will be a APN US business unit. So it's asking you must open an accounting period for the ledger with the business. Let's see whether it has been created or not. Yes, we have to go on account receivable and we have to open up this. Yes, because of the instance has been changed, so we have to go first and have to open the accounting period. So we'll go from the account receivable workbench and under that manage accounting periods. Here we'll search it down a ledger and we'll go and open the periods. So we open the target period, that is September. We'll open till September. Now we go to the workbench again. And there is billing workbench under the receivables, and we'll now create a transaction. Immediate all has these things will come up. So I will give goods and we create a transaction of 9,995, and we now just go and complete and close. The transaction one has been completed, that is one. Now we go to the now we are going to create receipt from the account receivable workbench. We go and create the account receivable workbench from here. Now we'll go and create receipt. Business unit we have to provide it. The receipt number we have to give. Entered amount we will just create the enter amount will be the $10,000. So everything has been set. Here we will provide APL. The site we will provide, and now submit and apply manually. Now we will apply the transaction with this invoice, with this receipt. Now here we'll go and open receivable. Let's go and search it. Receipt number was 1. Search it. Again search it. Here it will show you this. Now select this, add, and done. Now you will see the $5 will be the unapplied amount here. So for this unapplied amount, what we will do, the customer not want to adjust with another transaction, or nor they want the refund. So now we will adjust. First we will have to, status will be the complete, so we will click on save button. Save. Now after that we will go to the more option and we'll create the write-off here. Here the write-off amount will be the $5. Here the same as when we do on the on receipt or the refund other options we have done, we can adjust the write-off amount. Here we can override also. If the suppose the write-off amount will be the $5, we can change to $2 to $3 or to $1 as well. It can be any amount, but the range we have provided is also there. So we will done this. Receivable activity that we have created will be add on here, and we just click down on OK. Now you can see the receipt and write-off has been done. We click on save button. Now the unapplied amount will be nil and the total applied amount will be gone, and we do the save and close button. So this is how the receipt write-off process and the configuration has to be processed in the Oracle in this Oracle Fusion, in this application. So we have completed this part. So now the next part will be the revenue recognition, or recognition, you can say recognition we can say, or recognition. The better word will be used to the recognition. Okay, so before this we will do one topic that is aging methods, or we can say buckets here. So what is aging methods and buckets here? Like we have also done this in the accounts payable module, that the aging methods means the open invoices or the unapplied invoices, that is the invoices on which the balance has not been received, or in payable sense the payment has not been paid to the supplier, if you can say. So and in this receivable, the accounting periods, open invoices, unpaid invoices or unpaid bills, the name has changed to the receivable, and the receivable option, it will be called the aging methods and the buckets here. So how this we will process in the application, that we will not see. So in the application we will go to a project first. So in the project we will go into the project and search it down, aging methods. Here under the method managing methods we will go, and under this method we will go to the task option. So now here you can see there is many aging methods has been created by other users, so we have to create a matching, so it can be different type. So now we create. So now we will give the name. There you can see the aging type will be of 3 types here: the 4 bucket aging, the 7 bucket aging, and the statement aging. So we will just do the 4 aging. So we will provide the name APL 4 bucket aging, and the aging type will be also given to 4. We will just enable this. The common side we will just choose a common set. If you want to give the aging method description, you can provide it, otherwise it will not be that. So we select this. First we'll save this. Now here, after save this, we will come here and add this button. You can see when the edge sequence will be the 0, you can see the aging days from minus, it has given like this, because we haven't gave the range to the aging. So for the first, it will give, suppose, click on the ratio. Here we will provide the first to 10 days, the current. Again for the second as well, from the 11th, to 20, and we'll give the aging bucket heading current. Again we will add 4. Here we will just give from 21 to 30, and the name will be same. We will provide the same. And the fifth as well, we will give 31 range to 16, and give the current as well. So this we don't need. Select and delete this. So here we will, just like that, we have created the aging bucket details. We click save and close. So now what we will do, we will go to the navigation, and we have to do the schedule process. We click on done and see. There sometimes there will be a bug while doing this setup in this, but let's see. We'll schedule new process, and you search it down for, you can see collection aging for buckets reports. We submitted OK button, and here we have to, you can see there is a bug. So there is having any bug because of certain securities given by the Oracle Fusion. We will not be able to perform ahead to this, but if you want, you can search it by order or by customer. If I want to submit it, or a import summary, or a aging bucket, that is for bucket aging we have selected. If we can select and we want to submit it, the business unit will not, we have to submit it. So the business unit is not coming up, so there is having a small bug while doing this process. After suppose if you want to practice, you can go and add the business unit and click on submit button. After the succeed, you will just click down, and you can be able to see the aging reports there. Okay, so this is how the aging buckets will be done. So we click on cancel. So this is our topic of aging methods and buckets has been done. So now we move to the revenue recognition. So we have understood the concept of revenue recognition in the previous session. Now we will apply that how to done in the application, how it will be processed in the application. So hold on a second. Yes. So So we have understood this through where we are postponing the bills, then we will do this type of transactions, and the transaction, the name will be known as arrears there. If we want to the postpone the unearned revenue, and there we will giving the termination advance. Let's see where this termination and how this process will be done. So in the application, first we will go to the project where we have to configure the auto accounting for revenue recognition. So we go to a project, so we go to a project here and we search it down auto accounting rules. Here you will see manage auto accounting rules. We have configured this of course, but we have to see some 10 rules. Why we are going to see? Because we have to auto account this unbilled or unearned revenue, whether it has been assigned or not. We will search down a business unit there. You can see unbilled receivable and earned income has already been defaulted. It is not defaulted because we have done the rapid implementation. Because of that, this auto accounting rules has been enabled. Yeah, we can we have to add many more. This is only provided 7 and 8 business accounting account type has been provided through the rapid implementation, but if we want to add, we can add this more here. So now we go to 7th close option, and we go to the project, then we will search the manage revenue scheduling rules here. Here we have to add the rules. So first we add down we have to manage the manage revenue scheduling rules. We have to assign. Here we will click on add option to add the site. Here we will select the site type, that is the common. Search it down. Okay, let's go and search it again, the common site here. Here we will search it common site here, and the name we will provide, the name will be provided 4 months contracts. We are practicing that scheduling, so we provide APL 4 months contract. The description can be as well here. The account type will be the fixed schedule. Fixed schedule will be we have to be the number of periods we can provide it for 4. So after just providing number of periods to 4 we have to be you can see the percentage providing by the Oracle, that is equally distributed. When we go and through this, if you want to change, you can change it to 35, 15, 20, 20 like that. We can be distribute certain percentage according to the number of periods. So we can provide this 35, 15, any numbers we want to. Suppose in the first period we want 50%, then we will want 40%, then in the third period number we want 15%. We can just like this, we can distribute the percentage. So we will just create a 25% equally and we create done. So we have just created the revenue scheduling rules first, and we click save and close. So now we will go and create a transaction. Now click on done and we go to the workbench, that is the billing workbench. Under the receivable, under the billing workbench, we will go. And we go and create a transaction here. The select a business unit, the transaction. We'll give the customer name here first. Now if we don't give any invoicing rule here, that is in advance and in areas. Suppose we want to postpone the revenue, then we have to choose the invoicing rules, that is advance. If we want to postpone the bills, then we will choose the in areas. So we have to, unless and until we don't provide the invoicing rule while creating the transaction, the transaction will be created as usual like the standard invoice. So we have to provide the invoicing rule here. So we are going to select in advance rules. So now before we move giving any description and the price, we'll go and see the revenue scheduling. Here revenue scheduling, the rules we have just created, we will select that rules, then the application will be process like we have created the rules. So we have selected our rules. If you can see, the type and the revenue period is also been selected. So after that we will provide if we can see the business category, if there is option transaction business category, we can select it. So the rules so the rules have to be selected. So after that, now we will go to the line information, and in the line information we will provide the goods and services, provide the description, and we create the funding of $1 lakh. Here we have selected. Now we just create, complete and close. Now the transaction 2 has been completed. Now after that we will go to the revenue scheduling options, that we have to go to the project. First we have to see, we go to the setup and maintenance. First we will go to the project option. And we search it down, revenue scheduling. Now here we will go to the manage revenue scheduling. Here we have created you can see this, we have created this. So we have created this, so we will go to the and now we cancel it down and we go to search it down, review distribution. First we have to go to the the invoice we have created. Now here we will search it down. Here you can here we'll go and search it down. Manage transactions. Manage transaction will go. The transaction number is 2 that we have defined. Go to the invoice number. Here you can see on the actions. Now in the actions you will go to the review distributions first. Now here we have to go to the review distribution. Now we click on this review distribution. Here you can see the review distribution that we have provided here. So we have just choose the to postpone the revenue. So when we have choose the postpone the revenue, you will be able to see the receivable revenue and unearned revenue here. Unearned revenue is coming because of this postponing the revenue. So that's why we have selected. So we cancel it. Suppose you want to add the comment you add the comment from here. So now now if we want to see this, so we can go to, we cancel it down first. Here we go and see view accounting. Okay, it will show you like this. So first we have to go to the navigation now. So we cancel this, yes, and when we go to the navigation, now we will go to a navigation. We have to schedule the process, and we search the schedule purpose to recognize revenue. Okay, so the business unit we have to be selected and we submit it. And now let's see. And refresh it. So it has been succeeded. Now we will go to the billing workbench. Now we go to the billing workbench and we manage the transaction. Now we search it down, manage transaction. Now here we go to the actions and we post to ledger. Just take a little bit time. And now when we see the view accounting here, so now here you can see, you will see here. So this has been done like this. Let's go and download this, or you can see from view tier accounts. If okay, it's not getting difficult. So we have downloaded this. We go to the and see. We open this. So you can see, you will see this unearned revenue is debited with revenue on 12 and 11. The entries will be gone here. First, suppose this entry has to be with receivable with 1 lakh. So after the finalizing this, all this 25 revenue will be gone to 1 lakh, and the debit will be equal to the credit, and all these will be write off with unearned revenue account. So this is how the report will be updated. So this is how this this topic, that is the revenue recognition, has to be processed in configuration process. So now our next topic will be reviewing customer account balances details. So now for this we have to perform two scheduled process. That is, first have to process receivable transaction, and then we have to refresh the receivable transaction. So here we will go to make a new schedule process. Let's navigate to there. On the navigation, scheduled process. So here we will process receivable transaction. Process receivable transaction for account summary. Okay, so and we submit it. Now after submitting this transaction, now we will again process a new transaction, that is refresh receivable transaction. First we will refresh this, right? So we have to go to the schedule process, scheduled any process. So we have to first go to the refresh receivable. Okay, we click on this and we submit this. Now let's wait. Then we'll go to the AR workbench and we'll see the customer balances. So now we will go to the account receivable workbench. Here you can see the review customer accounts, or you can from the task list you will see the review customer accounts details. You can click this. Now the customer, here we can search it down, the account number, the business unit. We will search the business unit first. Here you will see the activities as well is there. You can see all these activities. Here you want view all activities with open receivable, with the transaction due, with the pending application, with the total past due, the transaction in dispute, or most. You can see from here. You just select the all activities, and this all the activities of the account receivable balanced customer details will come up here. If you want to see with the custom transaction, you can see the customer. So this is how this transaction, this is details can be seen. So we have done with today's session. So let's see the tomorrow, let's see in the next session. And so thank you for joining the session.